Hello. Just going to be doing some shaping today on a couple Emberlings. There's one. And there's one. And just a little heads up. Friday, I'm not sure the time yet, but me and another pipe maker are going to do a live. Not sure what time. Probably only around about 30 minutes Friday. But yeah, we're just going to talk for a minute. Thought you guys might like to join us. So that's 2 days from now. Today's Wednesday, the 23rd, so the 25th, I believe, will be Friday. And I will try to upload a short to give you a more specific time. So right now I'm going to go ahead and point the camera down and get to shaping. Welcome. Hopefully everybody's having a great day today. Oh, I need to turn on some more lights. There we go. Now we got some light on the matter. Point it down towards the wheel a little better. It's going to get noisy. So we'll start with this one, I guess. Hey Seth, how's it going? Good evening. Okay, yeah, something says stranger. Yep, didn't even know who I was. Oh, they're spamming. um, yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing here. That didn't sound good. This is a new shape that I'm just experimenting with, and that's what Emberlings are good for. Um, so I'm just not 100% sure where I'm going with this yet. Kind of a forward canted eggish. It's going to be kind of rounded here, rounded there, so it's all going to be kind of canted forward. Not sure what I'm doing with the stem yet. I just figured start grinding and we'll see what we come up with. Yeah, it's definitely been putting in the work. I've put in 80 hours in the last 3 weeks so far. So that's on top of the regular job. how's it going? Porch Piper Tom, how you doing? Hopefully you're having a blessed day, man. This is kind of a teardrop shank I'm going to do. And kind of a forward canted egg. This is the first time I've really done this particular shape. I've done some eggs, but not exactly like this. I looked at some pictures and thought I'd try something. So, hello, Ack. Really neck. I can't even say that. This is going to be one of my Emberling series. There it is with a stem, but of course the stem will get bent. But yeah, just trying something a little different, kind of Danish looking. Thank you, appreciate it. We're making progress. And then, hey Greg, how's it going? And then I've got another one, kind of a fat egg, if I can maintain this shape. Not sure what I'm doing here with this shank yet, and that's kind of what I was saying with this one at the beginning. I just don't know, wasn't sure about the shank, so once I started doing that kind of teardrop, it kind of come together. I think we'll see as I get it more finished how it turns out. Ostrich egg, there you go. Yeah, we'll zoom back down here and let you see some more of the process. We've already been going for 35 minutes. And time flies when you're shaping. At least when I'm shaping, it does. Yeah, me too, Tom. I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product too. Oh, it's never ending here. We got a week from today. Right now, I'll be sitting in Chicago somewhere a week from today, and I have 8 pipes that need polished. Um, if I do these two, that means 11 pipes will have to be sandblasted on Saturday, and then uh, touched up. However, put a stain on them. Monday, seal them up because they'll be sandblasted. I can seal them up quicker, or put a finish coat on them quicker. Hello from Brazil, Guga. Um, and then I've got to put logos on 26 or 27 pipes. Um, oh, it's just still a little overwhelming at the moment, the amount of work I got to get done. Hey, Smarty Bob, how's it going? Here's keep sanding. Yeah, I know. Bob, I've put in 80 hours here in the last 3 weeks, not to mention working my full-time job. So I've put in 200 hours in 3 weeks of work, whether it's at regular work or this work. Doing a teardrop shank to the side, forward canted egg. It's just kind of rough shaped at the moment. I'm hitting it with 36 grit. And then I just knocked out the profile on this one. So this one may be unique. It's got some crazy bird's eye on one of these sides. It's just all over the whole side of it. That side, it's hard to tell. It looks like ring grain and some bird's eye. But there's not much in the way of cross grain across the front of it. Yeah, that's the side with all the bird's eye, I think. Or nope. This side's with the side with all the bird's eye. Sleep does not sound like an option. I've been running on caramel frappes and monsters, trying to stay after it, Tom. If I can get all these to come together, this will be the most pipes I've ever taken to a pipe show. So yeah, it's crazy. Let's see, I gotta figure out how I'm attacking this. Let's see, draw that over here maybe. This comes into here. So straight across is about there. Which is here. So bring this down to here. Yep, right through that. So we'll grind that in and see where we go from there. We'll go back down to the sanding wheel and the noise level will resume. Well, which one is the pipe? Which one is the tobacco? Brigham. Nice. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm undecided whether this is ready for just cleaning up or not. Um, Taking out all the flats, they call them facets, is what I'm referring to as cleaning up. So the size will diminish slightly compared to what it is, but the shape itself should be defined now. And you can see it looks a little different on this side than this side, but that's because this is where the tail ties in. I left it wider on this side for the tail to tie in, so that's the reason the bowl seems to be a little wider here than there. These are asymmetrical shapes. They're not designed to be symmetrical. I'll put a stem in it. And then of course I'll put a little bend on the stem. Probably won't be a blue stem, that just happened to be what I had there. We've been on here for 70 minutes. Look who's back. It's Blake. Hey, how's it going, Blake? I've just been doing some lives recently, getting ready for Chicago show. It's I put 80 hours in here at home on top of my full-time job, getting ready for Chicago over the last 3 weeks, 80 hours. So I've just been doing some rough shaping on a couple Emberling pipes. That one's got a couple flaws in it, but these will be sandblast pipes. I'll refine the shape some with a higher grit disc, but that's a pretty heavy pipe, unfortunately. But I'm leaving them kind of big because some people like big pipes, somebody like small pipes. I've been in 3 times during this live. Just wanted to say hello. Hey, hello, Blake. Thanks for stopping back by. I appreciate it. We'll be doing a live on Friday. I'm going to have another pipe maker on. We'll show maybe 1 or 2 pipes a piece that we're hoping to have, or that we will have in Chicago. We're not going to show them all because we're only going to be on 20 to 30 minutes probably. I don't know the specific time yet. I'm still waiting to hear back. I'm assuming 6 or 7, somewhere in that window, but I don't know for sure. I will try to post a short, and it's going to be over on Instagram, which is Grunewald _pipes on Instagram. GRUNEWALD_pipes. And me and the other pipe maker will be over there, and we'll show a couple of the pipes that are definitely going to Chicago. And I'm getting these ready for sandblast come Saturday. It's already 8 o'clock. Wow. So yeah, I appreciate you guys showing up Friday night for our live. Like I say, it's only got to be 20-30 minutes probably. He's got young kids, so he doesn't have a lot of time to spend, but we want to just let everybody see a couple pieces of our work that will be there ahead of time. I'm not sure how many he's taken. I'm hoping to be bringing 26, 28 pipes. Depends on how Saturday goes. I have about 11 pipes that need sandblasted and finished, and then I'm off work next Tuesday and Wednesday before we leave Thursday, in order so I can print logos on the bottom. They all need lasered in. They need bowl coated. They need buffed up. The other ones are still curing. My smooths are still curing. So that's the reason I'm waiting, because they have to get buffed. I prefer to buff them up before I burn the logo and before I put the bowl coat in, because I don't want all that powder getting down in the bowl coating. But yeah, that's a couple of them that we'll have there. Hopefully these two will be finished up by Monday and ready to get logos on them Tuesday. I'd really like to have some logos Tuesday on all my pipes, but we will see. Those are opposite-handed teardrops. And Plunder Shop's on. You guys need to check out his page. Maybe he can post up a picture of the plug cutting boards with his knives that he made. They're pretty awesome. I've got 2 of them. I was going to buy the first one. Another guy wants to buy the second one. He's already committed to buying the second one. I may go ahead and let somebody else buy the other one. I hate to just snag it up real quick. I can be a little bit patient. I can wait on Plunder Shop to get me another one made, which is no problem at all for me. So I probably will go ahead and let mine go at the show, or I got a guy that may contact me back about it. But yeah, I may. They're both sold either way. I mean, they're awesome. One of them's black walnut, I believe. The other one's canary wood, and they have a slot in them to where you can insert your knife. I don't know if we can, if I have the ability to share a photo on here or not, Seth, because I have a picture. Let's see. If I poke on this, nope, that's a pole and a sticker. This is some sort of magic wand. Retouch. Nope, we don't need to retouch. Let's see, there's a little drop down menu. There's a camera, a movie. What's this here? Green screen. Oh, we don't need the green screen, although that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. I've never done that. Turn that back off, maybe. Lighting on. Uh-oh. Now I don't know how to turn the green screen off. There we go. Now we're back. Share it as a post after the live. Yep, I may do that. Plunder will do that. So check one of us out to check out those cutting boards. I believe Seth is already starting to look at making some more of them. Could be wrong, but I'm hopeful. A 49-second short was uploaded to your channel. That wasn't what I wanted. Let's see what that. Whoa, we don't need effects. Well, I don't know. There's a chance for makeup there. Maybe I do need that. Yeah, I can't see how to put the picture on here right now, but that's all right, guys. Check him out, and I'll have his business card at the show. I'll have a couple of the boards. Regardless if they sell, they'll be there so people can see. Forged 3 more blades. Awesome. They will be there to see at the show, and you can get on here and get a hold of him and try to get one shipped out to you. So I think that's where I'll end my live. It's almost 8:10. We've been in here for 80 minutes. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut that here. And I think I'm going to I'll clean it up when I take some of the facets off. But I appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out for a little while. And I hope you all have a blessed rest of your week. Tomorrow's Friday. So enjoy your weekend and pipe on.